Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Jini. Today I'm going to share with you this fun, colorful card using the Sale-a-bration stamp set Jungle Pets. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how to get started. Okay, I'm going to start with the stamping for this, and I'm going to start with my little alligator here, and I'm going to stamp him right in the center of my basic white cardstock. And then I'm going to bring in my card front. I'm going to flip this over, let's see, so that it gives me an idea, and I'm using this as a mask for where I want to stamp my image. Now I'm going to set this square right here, which will be the mat for my alligator, ink up my sentiment, and stamp. There we go. I've got that finished and I'm ready to color my little gator. So I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Blends, and this happens to be the Granny Apple. I'm going to bring my light in, and I'm simply going to color in the gator quickly and easily. Just laying in that straight color because I'm going to add detail with the dark. I'm going to make sure that I'm not touching his toenails and his little back ridges and his teeth. Now a light touch will allow you to go around these small areas, but you can also switch to your fine tip end if you would prefer to get in those nooks and crannies. Remember, our blends do bleed a little bit, so you'll want to be careful not to get too close to those edges before you realize how much it's going to seep. Then I'm going to bring in my fine tip and I'm going to do a little shading. It's just simple shading here. I'm going to go around my alligator where I think he would have a shadow. For instance, under the mouth here, the side of his neck, the top of his leg. And of course, if you haven't used the color lifter, it's a great way to push in that color if you've made a mistake and gone out of your boundaries of your line art. I'm going to do some here on the back tail. And then I'm going to do the little detail, just touching quickly and easily. Okay, let's see, I'm going to fill in this foot completely, I think. There we go. I've got that finished and I'm ready to start assembling. So I'm going to start by matting my alligator onto the Granny Apple piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to bring in my card front and fold it. I didn't score this, but you can score it first. Burnish with my bone folder. And then I'm going to bring in my designer series paper. This happens to be from our collection, and so you have all kinds of patterns in all the colors of that family, which I just love. I'm going to add that to the top, lining it up with the edges. It's going to pull in that white with those lovely little dashes. And then I'm going to bring in my little strip here and add some adhesive to it. Lay it down right under that designer series paper. So I'm just going to butt that up right against it and adhere. And as you can see, it's cut a little long. So I'm simply going to bring in my paper snips and trim that off so I have a nice clean edge. Once I have that done, I'm ready to add it to my card front. And then I'm going to flip over my little gator and add some dimensionals to the back. And adhere that right above the center of my sentiment. And let's see, I'm going to raise it up a little bit and press down. There we go. Clean and simple card. Oops, got a little adhesive that came out. I can use my embossing buddy and deaden that so that it doesn't stay sticky. And I'm going to bring in these fun ombre matte decorative dots and my Take Your Pick tool. Now I just wanted to add a little pop of color, and because these are ombre, I can choose which shade that I'd like to use. And I'm going to use the lighter shade here. And I'm going to pick one of those up and pop one here and one on the other side like so, just for a little bit of texture and an accent. So there you go, a quick and easy card using the fun Sale-a-bration stamp set Jungle PALS. This stamp set does have a coordinating die set that you can earn also during Sale-a-bration. And of course, if you'd like the measurements and a complete supply list for this project, along with step-by-step instructions, take a look in the description below for the link to get the PDF. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.